What's up, y'all? So, I guess fake is the new normal. No more being real, no more being you, no more being authentic. Being fake is the new normal. I mean, you know what's even worse about fakeness in 2025? When adversity is at an all-time high and you going through real life problems, real life situations, and the only thing left to count on is fake people that's supposed to be in your damn corner. You can't even make this up. You can't make this up. Fake is the new normal. People don't even know how to be real no more. They don't even know how to tell you, like, look, I don't want nothing else to do with you no more. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be cool with you. I don't want to be your friend. Just because we blood or whatever does not mean anything. I still don't like you. Or people just don't know boundaries and they don't know how to keep their distance. You want to know why? Because everybody within this world feels that they have an obligation. And they feel like their obligation is to talk to you. They must talk to you. They must keep themselves relevant. I don't get it. I don't get it. You 30 plus, you 40 plus, you 50 plus, you 60 plus, but you still being fake. You still lying. But y'all, you know, you know what's just so mind boggling to me? They quick to whip their kids. They quick to yell at their kids. And they're quick to do whatever to their kids for lying. But it just amazes me how you got overgrown, old ass adults out here lying at the age of 70. If I'm going to take it to my grave was a person, it would be them. I don't get it. Help me understand. Help me understand. Why is it that fake is the new normal? I mean, everybody fake as hell. But I appreciate the fake shit. It sounds crazy, don't it? I appreciate it. Because if you didn't show me fake, then you wouldn't show me the real you. Because the real you and the normal you is fake. I had to sit the other day and I asked myself, I said, man, all those people that I used to be friends with, family that I used to be buddy with, coming to every barbecue and cookout with them, holiday season, every weekend, turning up with them, chilling with them, kicking it with them, having fun. I knew that deep down inside of that so-called authentic them, it was something that never revealed itself. And I can see it in them. I just could not pinpoint it. Because, see, back then, people, I would say that people were good with hiding who they were. But then again, I would just say that I did not have spiritual discernment. So I'm going to just go with I did not have spiritual discernment. So I was not able to tell who was real and who was fake. Unfortunately, I can tell that I had fake friends, but I just couldn't, I just couldn't put myself in the wilderness. I felt like I needed friends, I needed family, I need somebody in my corner. You know what I mean? It's how I used to feel. What it was that revealed the fakeness and people exposing themselves, honestly, was when the pandemic happened in 2020. It exposed everybody. Okay, they try to say 2024 is the year of exposure or whatnot. No, personally, I feel like 2020 was the official year of exposure, because think about it, everybody started changing. Everybody started changing. Everybody started to show, hey, in the near future, I'm going to be the one to take the mark of the beast. You know what I mean? They showed that because they complied with the they complied with the they complied with the silence. They turned against their own family members for not wearing a mask inside of their home. Now, I thought you was cool. Now you want me to put on a mask? I come in here all the time. I done sneezed, I done coughed plenty of times. Yeah, but you know what's out there. You can't be in here without a mask on. Then when you don't want to put a mask on and you give your reasoning for not wanting to put a mask on, they got pissed off. And what did they do? They ran to all of the other family members or friends and talked about you like a dog, right? It all started with the mask. And then next, shortly after, what happened that next year? Everybody, damn near, went to go get jabbed up. Then people really started changing. 2020 and 2021 revealed who your true friends were, who your true family was, co-workers, whatever. It revealed right in front of your very eyes. They showed you who they were. They showed you that since you think differently than them, they have a problem with that. But you didn't have a problem with them in the way that they think. Hey, I still love you. If you want to wear a mask, do you. But me personally, I'm not going to wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? I will not comply. They showed you that. And yet and still, you got people out here that failed to yield at the stop sign. And you got people out here that, and when I say fail to yield at the stop sign, I'm saying when they start acting like that, it's like, skirt, hold on. Wait a minute. People did not do that. They didn't yield. They kept on going right into the friendship, the relationship. They kept it going. And then here we stand in 2025. And these same very people have revealed and evolved even more into wicked beings. And now you surprised? Now you surprised? This is why it is very important for us to ask God for spiritual discernment. Because without that, you will be a lost soul out here. You will still be in the matrix. I thank God every day for introducing me, God rest his soul, to Pastor Stephen Darby. And I really feel like you guys should go check him out if you haven't already. Stephen Darby Ministries on YouTube. He literally woke me and my husband up out of the matrix. Because when I tell you, we were so lost. Once upon a time, just like you. We didn't know who our real friends were. We didn't know who our real family was. We didn't know who our real support system was. In 2020, literally a few months after the pandemic, You know, when everybody was in their house and nobody could go outside pretty much, and everybody was on lockdown, you know what I'm saying? Um, I didn't have nothing to do. I was just steady scrolling through my homepage, and I kept seeing that pastor, and I'm like, man, look, I'm not trying to look at no pastors. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have my time with church, and you know, church is a finesse. We just gonna say that because these pastors, they have their 501c, and they're here to finesse for coins. That's all they do. They don't teach the truth. They don't teach you about the world and what to expect when you go out into this world. They don't teach you that. They don't teach you about the spiritual realm, and they don't teach you about, when you speak things, you speak it into existence because it's the power within a tongue. They don't tell you that it's demons out here. They don't talk to you about stuff like that. They don't talk to you about America and Babylon is falling. And, they don't tell you these things because they want you to remain lost. So I finally gave in to my stubborn ways, and I decided that I want to watch this pastor and see what he's talking about. And then he started talking about my city, Chicago, which is the damn disgrace. And he started talking about baby mama, baby daddy drama, crime, black on black. I mean, like, he was going in. And I liked what I was hearing. I liked it. And, I couldn't help but binge watch after that. I could not help it. And I started to watch all of his videos. Then I sent my husband his videos, and he started watching it because he's a stubborn person as well at times. He can be stubborn sometimes. And he decided to open it up and watch. And the next thing you know, we both started to watch Stephen Darby together. We stepped out of the matrix immediately. You know what? We still did have some worldly ways. So I would just say that we was lukewarm. We had one foot in and the other foot out. Because guess what? We were still celebrating holidays. Guess what? We still had a little bit more learning to do. And from that point, from 2020 to 2025, it has showed us everything that we needed to know. R.I.P. Pastor Stephen Darby, man. This man has woke hundreds of thousands, probably millions of people up. Probably millions of people. He's woke a lot of people up. And with that being said, he taught us a lot about friendships, family, and how it was to be expected. It's in the Bible. And I did not know this. I didn't know. I asked God for spiritual discernment once I found out what that meant, and once I started going deep and diving deep into prayer and really put myself in the wilderness, and I kept myself away from these so-called friends who I thought was my friends. I kept myself away from so-called family members and things like that. People that I thought was my family and shit. Kept myself away from them. And it was the best thing that I could have ever did. To each his own. Everybody got their own, their own little family situations, their own life that they live. Hey, you still kick it with people, that's on you. You still love your family. Perfect. Good for you. But me personally, my life is a whole lot more different. I'm not a likable person, because people look at me and they say, Oh, look at her. She thinks she know everything. Oh, look at her. She don't believe in this. Oh, look at her. You know what I'm saying? Her kids are in DCFS. People will literally judge you off of who you are as a person, especially when you one of the authentic ones, the real ones. So fake is the new normal. And being real, it's ordinary. And people look at you like you crazy because you real as hell. I just don't get it. I don't get, this is a very ass backwards world. Very ass backwards. People really, the mindset that they have is diabolical. It's diabolical. I don't even understand, like, why people cannot think for themselves. I don't even understand why people can't even think for themselves. Like, you got somebody else thinking for you, somebody else making your decisions. When are you going to make your own? And then you got people out here, you tell them this person actually don't like you. They see it right in front of their very eyes, and still they want to ignore it. They want to justify it. You know what? The way I see it, it's like it's only so much you can do for a person, so much you can tell a person. Because you could take a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. Hopefully I said that right. You could take a horse to the water, but you damn sure can't make them drink it. People want to stay stuck in the mindset that they're in, and they don't want to come out of it. They want to remain right there. They want to remain asleep. They want to remain with the blindfolds on. These the same people that don't even want to acknowledge that America is actually a stage play. Same people. They don't want to acknowledge what's going on in front of their face. They don't want to acknowledge that Trump is not in this to help them. They still believe that he's trying to help them. But then you got some people that'll wake up in certain areas and still be sleeping in others. And it's crazy. Like, seriously, me and my husband, we be seeing this. We see it all the time. And we say, man, we just can't believe that. It feel like we like the only real authentic ones out here. And that's how it do feel, even though it is very rare to find the good ones, just like us. We just be feeling like, damn, is we gonna ever come across a real one? Because you know what's so crazy? The fakeness in 2025 is getting so ridiculous that people are going as far as to acting very authentic. See, the scary part is they will act very real. And they'll be like, yeah, girl, I got you. Girl, come here, give me a hug. Laughing with you, crying with you. I mean, when I tell you they should be a part of the stage play, they should. They should be a part of it. Award-winning actors. 2025 has showed us some award-winning actors that Hollywood should just go ahead and get on up in there. I mean, you sold yourself off to the devil anyway. Especially when you chase out the money. I'll get on that in a second. But it's like award-winning actresses in 2025. People be so damn fake that you would think that they real. But I say, God, if it's your will, this is how strong their fakeness is becoming, And And that's how you know as time goes on as well. A lot of people, they're going to be introduced to the mark of the beast too because of deception. People believe anything that they see. And deception is so strong that people really believe that. So when I get around these people that try to act like they're a good support system for me, that they really rocks with me, you know, they rock with me heavy. They feel like, oh, girl, I got you because they sent you $20 the other day. You know what I'm saying? They feel like, oh, I got you because they respond to a text message when you text them. So in these times, I say, God, if it's your will, let it be. I said, God, please, I ask that you continue to give me spiritual discernment and the knowledge that I need to know if this person is authentic or they just not for me at all. Show me what this person really is about. And he always reveal them to me. And come to find out, they about fake as I don't know what. So, we're living in some serious times. We living in some times where, man, that fake stuff, man, the fake stuff is getting out of control. 2025, they said 2024 was the year of exposure. Personally, I feel like 2025 is the year of the fakeness. The year of the opening stage play. Because people, they putting on their best performances this year. But you know what's crazy? It is immediately followed by them revealing who they really are. They don't even know that they be so fake that they end up being real in the midst of that. They don't even know that they be so fake that they end up showing you that's who they really are, if you get what I'm saying. That's who they really are. Because why is it so difficult for you to be you and be authentically you, but it's so easy for you to be fake? I can't do it. I don't see how y'all do it. I just can't do it. I can't be fake. I'm not with the fake stuff. I can't hang with the fake people, the fake crowd, the fake family. If I haven't talked to you in 2 years, shit, even one whole year, hell, if you're supposed to be my support system, or we supposed to be cool or blood or whatever you want to call us, and you went a whole month without talking to me, a whole month is too long. If I ain't talked to you, what makes you think I want to continue to talk to you? You got some splaining to do. Because if you supposed to be in my corner, you know what I mean? And then people always come in with that, oh yeah, you know, the phone work both ways. It sure do. And why do I have to be the one to consistently reach out to you? What's wrong with your fingers? You can't hit the dial pad? You know what I mean? People got time for whoever they got time for. And maybe you just ain't one of them. They got time. They don't have time for you because you stand out. You the odd one out the bunch. They don't have time for you because of your beliefs. Let's be 100. That's all it's about. That's all it's really ever been about. I believe and you don't. They don't believe in you because you're set apart from them. They had already exposed themselves. They don't have time for you because they don't have time for you to be actually continuously seeing that they're putting on a damn performance for you. What's wrong with these people? Donald Trump. Man, if y'all don't understand that these politicians are putting on a damn facade, if y'all don't understand, bro, you would never wake up. Because you see everything, like I keep saying, that's unfolding right in front of your very ass, yet and still, you fail to really see it for what it really is. Because everybody want to live up to the last days. You know what I'm saying? See, my thing with that, I have a problem when people say that. I mean, might as well have fun and turn up, right? The world finna end anyway. I got a really big problem when people say that. Because we don't just supposed to sit here and say, oh, just gonna wait till the world end. Hey, time to party. Come on, y'all trying to go to the club? Y'all trying to drink tonight? Y'all trying to smoke tonight? Y'all trying to turn up? Might as well go chase this bag. The world finna end anyway. See, the thing is, no one knows the day or the time that the world is going to end, right? Point blank, period. Point blank. The thing that people don't think about with their mind is, hey, let me get right with God because I could be here today and be gone the next. You know what I'm saying? People don't think like that. They don't think like that. You better ask these people that has been in these horrible disasters like tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes. You better ask these people who has lost everything that they have had. You can have a house 1 minute and the next day is gone, wiped out by a tornado. Probably your life as well, God forbid. You better ask those people that got on the phone and that was chopping it up with their relatives one day and the next day they found out that their relative got killed. From the unknown suspect that tried to rob them. So basically, in all words, what I'm really trying to say is you can be here one day and be gone the next. Be gone the next. So we don't just supposed to sit here and wait until the whole entire world ends, because it can be any day. And it damn sure can be me standing right here 1 minute and a disaster just wiped through the whole city of Chicago the next. I mean, let me be 100. Let me be 100, right? If you go to my shorts, you will actually see that we had a dust storm. First ever dust storm. Right? I mean, when I tell you, it was crazy that day, how it happened. Literally. So crazy. All they said was it was going to be rain and thunderstorms that day. They ain't said nothing about no damn dust storm. No one in the city of Chicago or the state of Illinois knew that it was going to be a dust storm. Next thing you know, me and my husband, we chilling, we watching movies and stuff like that, laughing, having fun. All of a sudden, and I'm looking like, what, Amber Alert? Like, you know what I'm saying? Didn't think anything of it. We grab our phones and they're talking about stay alive. And then they started talking about a severe dust storm warning, and the winds is going to be 45 to 55 miles per hour, and it's going to start in the next hour. And I'm like, what? This is crazy. They didn't say anything about a dust storm, This is why I say that, things can happen in a matter of seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, centuries. Like, things can literally happen at any given moment. So don't just be sitting up here talking about, Oh yeah, I'm about to turn up because the world about to end anyway. Like, why do people think like this? What is wrong with these people? And then y'all see all of this stuff that's going on out here, yet and still, yo ass allow your children to go outside in a dangerous ass neighborhood and play alone by themselves. Hell, I even be seeing suburban children in nice suburban areas riding their bikes and stuff alone by themselves. I still don't trust it. I don't care how beautiful the neighborhood is. I'm not about to let you go outside alone by yourself. It's too much danger that's lurking. But these the same people, they get online and they start talking about other people leaving their kids outside. But they be the main ones doing it. That's why I say fake is the new normal. Fake is the new normal. You sitting up here getting on Facebook, uploading statuses, talking about people need to make sure that they watching their kids and keep y'all kids in the house and stay safe and stay safe. But these the same people who allow their children to go outside first thing smoking after school. When I tell y'all, these kids were outside in the dust storm playing, dust flying everywhere, okay? 45 to 55 miles per hour for sure. Heavy winds. It was scary that day, especially when you look up in the sky and you see nothing but dust. And the sky is like brown and it. Look, all I'm gonna say is be you, be your authentic self. And stop putting on a facade and faking, trying to act like you ain't even being you for real. You acting like. People will show you who they truly are when you ask them for help. Soon as you say, man, I'm messed up. Can I please borrow $5? Man, they act like you about to rob them for everything they got because you asked them for $5. Can't even get no help. You can't even get no help nowadays. That's when you gotta X people out the picture. Especially those that sit there and they promise you and they say, I'm gonna be here for you. I got your back. Call me anytime. You need me, just call me. You need something from me and I got it, I'll make sure you get it. But they've never lived up to anything that they told you. Because you tested the waters. You already did. And they showed you that they don't got your back. When you going through a trying time in your life and you hit them up like they asked you to, now they busy all of a sudden. And then you send them a text. They leave you on red. They respond the next day. They respond with 1 word or 3 words. They barely talking on the phone. Not even really saying nothing. And then when you down on your luck and you ask them for some help, they tell you, I don't even got it. You know, if I had it, I'll give it to you. But they done told you that 10 times. Not one time have you seen $1 out of them. $1. These are the people that are telling you that they got you, though. This is why I say people need to watch what they say. And stop saying anything. You can't be out here saying anything to people. Because people will literally take that serious. Especially when a person really going through it. And they feel like, man, let me call so-and-so so I could talk to them. Because they told me to hit them up. They got me. They going to be here for me. You know. And when you do that, Nobody's nowhere to be found. That's when you gotta cut people off and X them out the picture. When you going through some real hard times in your life, you don't have time for the fake shit. For real. You don't have time for the fake shit. When you going through something, if you ain't got nobody there for you in your corner, like how you was there for them in their corner when they was going through it, X them out the picture. Because these are some very trying times that we're living in, people. Seriously. These are some very serious trying times, some wicked times. From the very beginning of 2025, you got planes flying out the sky, falling out the sky. Helicopters, jets flying out the sky. Constant, back-to-back plane crashes. People losing their lives. They hear one day and they gone the next. But you got people out there talking about, hey, finna live it up to the end of the world. Like, bro, your life can be taken at any given moment. For instance, God forbid anything happened to this girl, y'all. True story. It literally happening right now. It's this girl that lives, she's my neighbor, okay? And she lived across the street from me. Parks her car next to mine's all the time. I thought she was a single mother because I always see her coming and going with her children. She's, obviously a hard worker. She work on a night shift, stuff like that, right? Every once in a while, I would see the baby daddy or her boyfriend or whatever. I guess he would come through every once in a while to help. I don't know. But she kept her car up pretty good, for a very long time. And then, just all of a sudden, I've had been seeing her like walking past, like she'll get out the car. She always parked next to me. She get out the car and she just always stressed out. You could tell. You could look in her face. And she a young chick too. She looked like she probably about my age, younger. Looked like she got about 5 or 6 kids, little ones. And you could just see the stress in her face. You can see that it's something that's defeating her. You can tell that she craves that help, that assistance from somebody. She needs some help, because I could see the frustration from her. She yelling at the kids, woo, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, from the outside looking in, she's a hard-working mother. I'm going to just say that. Because every night, at a certain time, I see her leave with her kids and she goes to work. So I guess she drops the kids off or whatever. Anywho, let me fast forward, y'all. God forbid anything happened to her. My husband had showed me this girl's vehicle parked off on the side of the street. And when I tell you her vehicle was totaled. They towed her vehicle back over here, off on the corner of the street, and her vehicle is totaled. And I mean, like, from the front to the side, and the airbags is out and everything. The whole front was smashed in, and it looks like a freaking horror movie. In my heart, I just really hope that nothing happened to her. My husband stated that he prayed for her or whatever, because he was walking into the store this morning and he walked past her vehicle and saw it. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know, who all was involved in the crash in her vehicle or whatever. But that's my prime example. God forbid anything happened to her. I don't know what happened to who. Still don't right now. But this is my prime example. People can be here 1 minute and the next they're gone. And the next they gone. My grandmother, both of them, gone. They wasn't like, oh, let me just sit here with my cane and wait until the end of the world. Let me just sit here and wait until I just roll on over and it's my time to go. No. They lived their life as much as they could. Unfortunately, they started to have health issues and their time was up. My grandfather, same thing for him. Unfortunately, I have neither of my grandparents, none of them, on either side. You know? My stepfather, RIP to him. He passed away January of 2022. That hurt. That hurt me. I ain't gonna lie. We ain't had the best relationship and stuff like that, but he was still cool, you know? But it hurt my heart because it's like the most hurtful part about it is when you are already facing adversity and you already going through some real harsh times in your life, and then you get a call and you get some news that the person that you was sitting next to 2 days ago is gone and they ain't here no more. My stepfather passed away. And when I tell you, it broke my heart. I didn't know what I didn't know how to feel at first. It felt so unreal. It was like, no, no, I don't believe y'all. I don't know. I don't even want to hear it. Nope. No. And then at nighttime, reality smacked me in the face and was like, Danny, he gone. He gone. He ain't here no more. And I started bawling out in tears, crying. Because I'm already I was at the time going through some harsh things in my life. You know, fighting. Steady trying to keep up the fight, staying strong, and then, bam, something else happened. I grieved for like 2 days. I'm not gonna lie. And I had to pull myself back together. And you know, pull myself back together and say, all right, I gotta finish the rest of my fight, man. I gotta go back into this. I gotta keep fighting, you know? It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. It's about how much strength that you have and how much you can endure. Because like I said, it's 2 exits. 2 of them. Either you take yourself out or you end up in jail. Behind this evil system, evil, corrupt world, evil people. It's 2 ways out, honestly. I would rather wait until it's my time to go. So if I gotta fight with all of my might mentally and to maintain my sanity and to keep walking through the fire and coming out with burns and healing after that, I gotta do what I gotta do, and so can you. Unfortunately, along this walk, we gonna have to take some harsh losses, y'all. Real talk. That's just the way life go. Stop trying to act like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna be this way and I'm gonna be it. Be you. Be you. Because people literally try to escape adversity by using money. And you can't escape the adversity through money. Look at all these rich ass people out here and these rich politicians that's rich as hell, and yet and still, they're still miserable. Another thing happened to me. God rest his soul as well. My favorite uncle, 4 months later, passed away after my stepfather. My uncle, I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe it. We was talking to him on the phone. Unfortunately, that day that we was talking to him, he was just saying that he was having some breathing issues, you know what I'm saying? Having some breathing problems. Say he finna go to the hospital, get it checked out. Next thing you know, he get there, he's on a ventilator. Next thing you know, they talking about, you know, he's only breathing 20%, and the rest is the ventilator. Then he told the nurses and the doctors that he's experiencing too much pain in his chest because my uncle was asthmatic. And very hardworking man. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he worked himself to death. Like, literally kept working, putting too much on himself. You know, this is exactly why I speak highly on 9-to-5 jobs and working and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. You got to do what you got to do. But whatever you do not overwork yourself, because my uncle is in his grave right now, literally from working too much. From working too much. He was a veteran. You know, he had a lot of credentials. He was a supervisor for the CTA Green Line. And I mean, all those years, he worked. He did for his wife, and he worked. His wife, and he worked. And he was a loving uncle. Very cool. Very hilarious. Funny. And all I know was the next day, we get a call. Yeah, Ty good. He doing good. He's breathing. You know, he breathing a little bit better. You know, he was, you know, on the phone, and he told my mom, because that's my mom's brother, blood brother. He told my mom, don't worry, I'm good. I got this. You know, she kept worrying. The next day, we get a call. He gone. His last words was, I don't want to feel this pain no more. It's too heavy on my chest. I can't take it no more. I can't do this. Just take me. And bam, he flatlined and he was gone. You know what I'm saying? May of 2022, I lost my uncle. January of 2022, I lost my stepfather. June of 2020, my husband lost his best friend. And shortly after, a year later, October of 2021, he lost another one of his best friends. We took losses back to back. We was taking losses and still walking through the fire. Because guess what? Overall, we got to maintain our sanity. We got to do what we got to do. Because life, unfortunately, you know, I hate to say it like this, and I hate to sound harsh for other people, but life goes on. It goes on. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take some harsh losses. And a lot of people hate to hear that, but it's the truth. I hated to hear it. I hated when people used to tell me that. Don't tell me that. I don't want to believe that. You tell me I'm not finna, everybody don't take harsh losses. Yes, you do. It could be anything. It could be a loved one. It could be a miscarriage, unfortunately. It can be your car, your job, your house, your money. And God forbid, your life. But my message to get out here, the whole principle of this video, is to acknowledge fake being the new normal. I understand there's a lot of fake people out there. But guess what? Stop being fake. The minute that you take a step out of the matrix and you stay out of the matrix permanently, you will find who you really are. You will find your true, authentic self. You lost yourself the minute that you entered that matrix, and you don't know nothing but fake. That's all you know. Fake. Fake here, fake there, fake this, fake that, fake wig, fake lashes, fake eyes, fake lips, fake nose, facelift, butt injections, breast implants. You know what I'm saying? When you step into the matrix, you no longer know who you are. Know that. But when you say, hold on, wait a minute, hold up, what? This was happening? This is what's happening? Oh, no, I don't want no parts of that no more. I'm out. I want out. Next thing you know, you out of the matrix. And you have no choice but to be you, your true self. Now you took a step back into yourself again. And you're not that other person that you used to be. I'm telling you, y'all. I started to wake up. And the true me evolved fully in 2023. So, I do want to say, not too long ago, I was in the Matrix. I had one foot in and one foot out in 2020, thanks to Stephen Darby. I stopped celebrating holidays fully in the year 2022. I learned about the origins behind holidays. I learned about fake friends and family fully. I fully learned about it in the year 2020. Because, see, I was already cutting people off. January of 2020, December 2019, January of 2020. The crazy part about it is I was already cutting people off and stepping into the wilderness. I couldn't do it no more. And I fully was completely done with fake friends, specifically in March of 2020. Family members, been done. I had been realized they fakeness a long time ago. And that was like 2016, 2017. You know what I'm saying? I had been known about the fake shit with the family. But I just felt like, man, at least I got my friends, you know? And then I started seeing how fake they were. I started seeing them for who they truly were. I want to say September, October 2019. That's when I started cutting a few of them off. And then I fully cut them off December 2019, January 2020. And then I was in full effect of being alone by myself and saying, you know what? Good riddance in March of 2020. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful every day. Because I know that along my journey, I'll eventually find, or maybe a friend will find me. Who knows? That will show me their true, authentic self. I had somebody ask me do you prefer a certain ethnicity? Honestly, I really don't. I do not discriminate. You know what I'm saying? As far as ethnicity goes with friendships. Because if you ask me, my own black people have done me wrong more than anything with friendships. My own black folks. Fake as hell. It don't even make no damn sense. And I am 31. And people are still fake as hell. And they be 40 plus. Because to be honest, I get cool, with grown women a lot. And I'm talking grown women like 40, 50 plus, 60 plus. I don't know, what they see in me, but I guess they see like, oh, she got like a little old soul in a little bit, and I don't know what they see in me, but I always end up connecting with people that's way older than me versus people that's in my age group. Will I discriminate with age, with race? I don't. As long as we both have the same mindset pretty much. Great minds think alike, in other words, you know. I connect with people that's on the same level as me. I won't be able to connect with somebody that's in the matrix unless that person that's in the matrix can sit and listen to me and let me drop some jewels on them and help them climb up out of the matrix. That's the only way I'll be able to actually talk to somebody that's in the matrix. Seriously. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm high and mighty and things like that. And I don't want to sound like, this person is walking around with their nose stuck up in the air because I just know everything. No, I already told y'all, I still have a long ways to go. I still got a lot more learning to do as well. I can only imagine what more learning I have to do, because I learned about fake friends and family. I learned about holidays. I learned about the system. I learned about parenting. I learned about my mental, like my sanity. I learned about, this world and just the people within this world. I learned about adversity. I learned about discernment. I learned about I learned about a lot of things, guys. Seriously. Over the last 5 to 6 years, I've learned a lot. See, in order to gain wisdom, because a lot of people want wisdom, and this is in Proverbs. A lot of people want wisdom, but they don't want to do what it takes to get the wisdom. They're thirsty for the wisdom, and they get mad at you because you got wisdom, but they don't want to do what it takes to get that. And it's easy. All you have to do is experience adversity and learn from what you went through. Learn from your mistakes. Know not to do it again. Learn from what you go through. That's how you gain wisdom from things. And then you could be able to teach it to someone else. Teach it to your kids, One thing I could say about my children, they love us. They love their mom and dad. You want to know why? Because they're like, wow, you know what I'm saying? My parents are young and smart, and they teaching us a lot. My oldest daughter said to me, she said, Mom, I just want to say that I love you so much. And I thank you for teaching me everything. I said, oh, baby, it ain't over with yet. Mama still got some more teaching. I still got some more things for you to learn. And, baby, you got a long ways to go. Like, yeah, you might be in your teens and stuff like that, but you got long ways to go so that you can learn some more, I just told her, I said, look, you ain't got to thank me. This is what mom and dads do. They train their children up in a way that they should go so they won't depart from it. And I'm just training you, getting you prepped up, getting you ready for this life. I don't want my children to walk into this blinded. One thing that I admire so much about myself is that even though I'm battling with a system, a wicked system that take people kids and separate people families and stuff like that, yet and still, I don't let that get in the way of me training my children up in the way that they should go. Because every chance that I get to see their beautiful faces, we make sure that we drop jewels on them and we teach them. And this is exactly why they're extremely smart. Unfortunately, I can't stop them from celebrating holidays because they're in a system and whoever they're with is going to allow them to celebrate holidays. So I can't stop that. But I can teach them as they get older the true meaning behind these holidays. I got to be careful how I do it because I don't want to scare them. You know, some of them, they still little, you know, and I can't force them to stop right now, you know, can't force them. And not saying that I will force them, but I can say that, you know, when my children are here in the presence of their parents, there will be no celebrating these evil origins. We're not doing that. We don't do that. If anything, we're going to celebrate holy days that's in the Bible. If anything, we just going to have random family fun days, you know? But at the end of the day, my message, I hope you guys got the message, got the memo. Be your true, authentic self. Don't sit there talking about you finna wait until the world end and stuff like that. Or just because the world ending, just know that you could be here one day and gone, poof, like dust the next day. Know that. Know that. By the way, make sure y'all get the likes up. I appreciate all the support. Everybody that's been supporting this channel since day one. And I ask that y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for me. I got more content coming. I haven't been doing these videos in a very long time. And I will try to keep that going, you know, before I go move back to my live streams again. Because, you know, lately my live streams, I ain't been getting that much views on there. Which is it's cool. I just want to make sure that I drop these jewels and drop this wisdom for y'all. You know, I'm out.